Hello, this is Veronica with the SPINS Product Intelligence team, and today we're excited to introduce our prebiotic fiber attributes via PI Studio. Gut health has been a rising consumer trend for years now, and prebiotic fibers, or just prebiotics, have been a rising star in products related to this movement for nearly a decade. That said, we see a lot of confusion around, well, what are prebiotics? Are they fibers? Are they also probiotics? Get ready to learn more and why you should expect to continue seeing prebiotics hit the shelves. So, what are prebiotic fibers? Prebiotic fibers occupy an interesting middle ground between dietary fibers and probiotics. To date, the FDA has not formally defined what makes something a prebiotic. However, while they are still being studied, prebiotics can broadly be defined as non-digestible fibers that ferment in the gut and stimulate growth and activity of beneficial intestinal bacteria, also known as probiotics. It's important to note that dietary fibers, which have a specific FDA definition, are not the same as prebiotic fibers. While they're both non-digestible fibers, the FDA dictates that dietary fibers must directly provide specific human health benefits from consuming them, such as lowering blood glucose, cholesterol, and blood pressure. If you recall, one of the defining features of prebiotics is fermentation in the gut that stimulates the growth of probiotics. Since this fermentation requires a few extra steps between the consumption of a prebiotic and the specific benefit of consuming them, the FDA considers fermentation to be a process and not a direct benefit of this consumption. We've listed several common prebiotics on the screen for reference, but setting legal and scientific definitions aside, it's worth noting that prebiotic fibers like inulin and not insulin are extremely common and can be found in all kinds of foods like garlic, onions, wheat, asparagus, and even bananas. Why prebiotic fibers matter. Thankfully, why prebiotics matter is much more straightforward compared to defining them. 40% of Americans have had routine activities disrupted by digestive troubles, and nearly 75% said that gut health is important to them. With stats like these, it's no surprise that prebiotics are a nearly $12 billion industry. Aside from potentially promoting good gut health, depending on the prebiotic, they can also serve purposes outside the supplement aisle. For example, acacia is used as a binder and a texture additive. Konjac, a plant made entirely of fiber and its prebiotic component, glucomannan, is popular as a calorie-free alternative to noodles and rices. And soluble tapioca fiber is frequently used as a low or no-calorie sweetener. Finally, given their many uses and the fact that they are animal-free, frequently allergy-friendly, and suitable for keto and other low-carb diets, prebiotics appeal to a broad group of health-focused consumers. High growth areas for prebiotics. While we look at the data, prebiotics are seeing a huge surge across many categories and subcategories. Just look at the subcategories with the highest year-over-year growth that have cleared $100 million in sales. Some of these are no surprise. Refrigerated traditional and drinkable yogurts have long touted probiotic benefits. Why not add prebiotics to the mix? However, when we look at other high growth categories, it's clear that Americans are gravitating towards ways to bring prebiotics into their daily lives. Prebiotic sodas are the clear breakout star with 220% year-over-year growth, but prebiotic granola bars are also on the rise, along with cereals and meal replacements like smoothies and protein shakes. So here's a couple of key takeaways to this. To bring it all together, number one, prebiotics stimulate growth of beneficial microorganisms, also known as probiotics, during the digestion process. Number two, a majority of Americans believe digestive health is important to health priority. Number three, they have a wide variety of uses and are beginning to see use across nearly every grocery aisle. It's clear that many Americans already face gastrointestinal problems, and the ones who don't would really prefer to keep it that way. As awareness of prebiotics rise, expect them to continue to spread across the grocery store. After all, you are what you eat, right? Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this presentation. Please reach out to us via your account rep or at growth@spins.com with any questions.